Now to discounts that sound too good to be true, and quite often they're not true. Jewellery advertised at massive markdowns, and now one retail chain has been caught out big time.
We've always got our eye out for this kind of conduct, particularly in the lead up to Christmas.
This is a landmark case that affects every retail industry in Australia.
Price wars. They lure in thousands of shoppers every day. It appears there's a bargain on every retail corner.
Sales are a marketing trick. They want you to feel the pressure to get in and buy a good at a particular price.
And the trickery of one nationwide retailer was twisted into an outright lie. In 2010, the company was caught red-handed abusing the consumer's trust.
Let's take a piece of jewellery, a ring or something, and it has on it $100, and then there's a big line through the $100 and it says now $50. Consumers have never paid the $100 for that piece of jewellery before, and so the representation about a saving really was quite misleading. So it was very significant conduct.
Under its previous owners, the jeweller Zammels used more than 3 million catalogues distributed around the country to deceive the public. They were advertising discounts that were simply false. So our national consumer watchdog, the ACCC, hunted them over the lie. Commissioner Sarah Court.
We've seen it and taken action previously in relation to furniture and those kind of products, but look, it's just something that we're always on the lookout for, and we receive, a number of complaints about this kind of advertising every year.
Dozens of items, including pendants, chains, bracelets and earrings, were advertised with massive discounts.
These kind of catalogues, there's multiple items in them. A consumer flicking through will think, oh, look, that was $100. Look, what a bargain. If I get it in this sale period, I only have to pay $50. But, of course, it is a complete dupe of the consumer. And
a federal court hit the retailer hard for conning the consumer. It was the second time they'd been caught too. Ordered to pay a $250,000 fine and publish a correction around the nation. The decision was recently upheld by the full federal court.
The approach that the ACCC takes is that if you do widespread advertising and you are found by a court to have misled or deceived consumers, then you need to put that right and you need to tell consumers and the public this is what we did.
Now, Zammels isn't the only jeweller to be caught misleading the consumer. A few years ago, Prouds was found guilty in a similar case.
How do I protect myself? How do I know that that particular retailer is being honest with the discount? Sure, and that's a great question. And a lot of consumers have a jeweller that they've dealt with for many years and they know them and trust them and give them great service, and they would have the confidence that whatever that jeweller puts forward would be correct.
But Colin Pocklington, director of the Jewellers Association, says the industry has produced its own code of conduct in the wake of the Prouds and Zammels cases.
Right, Zammels part of that code of conduct? Well, no, they're not. I would like it if they did join.
And he says the federal court's ruling will put all retailers on notice about advertised discounts.
What it means now is if you've advertised something, say, for $50 down to $25, you really need to prove that the items you sold before were at $50. In other words, it's a genuine discount.
The ACCC says it now has other retail sectors in its sights.
And so the representation about a saving really was quite misleading. So it was very significant conduct, and as I say, the sort of advertising that is really prevalent in a range of sectors, but we have seen it a lot in the jewellery sector.
Tom Godfrey from Choice magazine says the Zammels case highlights the need for tighter controls on sales promotions.
The Zammels case illustrates how retailers are out to try to fool consumers, so you need to be on your guard, and at the end of the day, your best defence is to do your homework and shop around.
And in the meantime, Tom has one simple message to help prevent yourself from falling for the sales tricks.
Offer them what you're willing to pay. Don't just listen to some crazy price that they've stuck on it. Was this, is now that. Pay only what you're willing to pay and shop around. Don't get ripped off by these big retailers this Christmas season.
That sounds like very good advice, and Zammels has responded to the ruling against it. You can read the company's statement on our website.